It's quite something to think about. 20 years. 20 years since the Airbus A380 first took to the skies. April 27th, 2005.
It really is. A huge moment in aviation history, no doubt about it.
Definitely. And we've been looking at some reflections on this anniversary. Our goal today, sort of unpack its significance, its roller coaster journey, and why it's actually still quite relevant.
Yeah, it's a fascinating story. When you think back to that first flight from Toulouse, the sheer scale of the thing.
Oh, absolutely. The Superjumbo. It wasn't just another plane.
Not at all. I mean, 2 full decks for passengers.
Yeah.
A wingspan wider than a football field.
Yeah.
The engineering ambition alone was, well, staggering.
It really represented a leap, didn't it? Not just a step.
Exactly. Think about the design challenges, the materials, putting it all together. It was a massive undertaking.
And those early airlines, Emirates, Singapore, Qantas, BA, they really bought into that whole vision.
They certainly did. And they focused heavily on passenger experience, remember.
How could you forget? The promise was pure luxury. Spacious cabins, those onboard bars.
Even showers on some carriers at 30,000 feet.
Right. And passengers seemed to love it. People always commented on how smooth and quiet the ride was. It felt different.
It really did. And, at the time, it fit perfectly with the dominant airline strategy.
The hub and spoke model.
Precisely. Pack lots of people into these giant planes, fly them between major hubs, then connect them onwards. The A380 was built for that. Big capacity, premium experience for those long hauls.
But then, well, things started to change. The wind shifted, you could say.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
We saw the rise of smaller, much more fuel-efficient twin-engine jets, like the 787, the A350.
And airlines started thinking differently about routes, more direct flights, point to point.
Exactly. Connecting smaller cities directly, bypassing those huge hubs the A380 was designed for.
Which put the A380 in a tricky spot. Suddenly, this giant seemed maybe less practical.
The economics became challenging. Filling such a huge plane consistently, route after route, tough. And fuel costs were always a big factor.
Plus, passengers liked the convenience of direct flights.
Right, so it all kind of stacked up against the Superjumbo. And then, production officially ended in 2021. Looked like the end of the line.
But here's the twist, and it's a really interesting one. It's not the end of the story.
Not at all. We're seeing a genuine resurgence, a comeback.
Airlines are actually bringing them back. I know Emirates is big on them, but others too?
Oh yeah, Emirates, BA, Singapore, Qantas, Lufthansa. They're reactivating their A380s. Not just flying them, but investing in them again. Upgrading cabins.
Wow, so what's driving that?
It boils down mostly to demand. Post-pandemic, travel demand has surged, particularly on popular long-haul routes.
So suddenly that massive capacity is a huge plus again.
Exactly. On those really busy trunk routes, the A380 is incredibly efficient in moving a large number of people. It helps airlines cope with the passenger numbers.
It really says something about the original design, doesn't it? That even with newer planes available, there's still a place for it.
It does. Nothing else quite offers that combination of capacity and, well, sheer presence. The passenger comfort levels are still very high.
Makes you wonder about its longer-term future, beyond just regular flights. Any speculation there?
Well, people have floated ideas. Luxury conversions, maybe?
Right.
Like a flying hotel or an exclusive event space? High-end charters?
Interesting possibilities.
Definitely. And Airbus is still committed to supporting the existing fleet, so they'll be around for a while yet, in whatever capacity.
So looking back over these 20 years, it's gone from the symbol of the future to maybe seeming a bit obsolete and now finding this new relevance.
It really highlights how dynamic the aviation world is. Things change fast, predictions don't always pan out.
And sometimes technology finds a second life you didn't expect.
I think the key takeaway, for me anyway, is what the A380 represents. It's more than metal and wings.
You mean the ambition?
Yeah, the sheer ambition. Pushing engineering boundaries, dreaming big about connecting the world. That spirit is enduring.
A testament to human ingenuity, really.
Absolutely.
So as we mark this 20th anniversary, it kind of leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What other technologies that maybe seem a bit past it today might surprise us with a comeback down the road?
That's a great question. Definitely some food for thought.
Well, thanks for diving into this fascinating story with us.